Hey, welcome back to the podcast, the Evil Dungeon Master Universe podcast. I'm your host, Evil Dungeon Master Vince. Hopefully you are doing well today. So, we're going to talk a little bit about AD&D again today. But first, head over to theevildm.com and you can sign up for my newsletter to see every time I post something like a video or an audio or whatever. You can follow along. It sends you an email. A lot of people have been enjoying that. They said they like that feature now. So, by all means, go ahead and use it. Patreon.com/TheEvilDM if you want to support me or leave a tip. That's up to you. Go right there. On YouTube, click join if you want to join to support me, or subscribe if it's your first time and like the videos. You can also comment on Spotify too, and I will see those and respond to you in kind. Anyway, today we're going to talk about why does nobody play the monk in the core rules? Well, let's see here. To become a monk, you need to have a strength of 15, a wisdom of 15, a dexterity of 15, a constitution of 11. You don't gain any experience point bonus. Dexterity gives you no armor class bonus, or armor class adjustment, excuse me. You can only be lawful. I mean, sure, you can be lawful neutral, lawful evil, or lawful good, but you will start first level with anywhere from 2 to 8 hit points, because you're rolling a d4 twice at first level. Combat, you are limited on what you can use, and if you do use a weapon, you get to add half of your level to the attack bonus. Okay, so that's great. So as you're moving up and everything, and you also have the ability to have open hand combat, but it's like it's not that great. It just doesn't. It's not that great, the damage at first. I mean, you're kind of in a type of class that you're there but you're not there kind of deal. Maybe that's why people don't play it. I'm just doing a lot of speculation here because I have played a monk. Me personally, I have played a monk and I really enjoyed playing a monk. And I played lawful neutral because I didn't want to play lawful good. And I kind of played maybe the kind of like a philosopher type monk, and he was looking to right the wrongs or something like that. And because lawful neutral to me is kind of like the judge, going around judging, making sure to look at a situation, trying to do it fairly, and using the laws to judge the situation. And that's how I was taking him and using him. Now, granted, the lower levels, he absolutely sucked as far as hitting or getting hit because his armor class is, 10? Because you can't wear any armor. Can't have any armor class adjustments. So you're sitting at a solid 10, which is just awful. But hey, that's the class, right? So as you grow in levels, you do get some cool things. But open hand combat damage is shown on table 2 in the book on page 31. Now, in addition, the monk has a chance to stun or kill an opponent. A stunned opponent by a monk for 1 to 6 melee rounds if the score of the monk's hit die exceeds the minimum required for hit by 5 or more. So if he needs a 15 to hit and he scores a 20, that indicates a stun. The 2-hit score rolled by the monk are never modified by strength ability bonuses. Another weird thing going on here. The chance to kill, which is really interesting, is a percentage which equals the armor class of the opponent modified by the number of experience levels above 7 which a monk has attained. AC -1 is a negative chance for killing, as an example, but the monk of a level 9, which is 2 above 7, would allow a 1% chance of killing. Note that the monk must score a hit. The hit must be a stunned opponent. Percentile must be equal or less than the armor class of the stunned opponent, modified by the monk's level over 7 in order to kill. Whew. Gary was not short on doing math here. I mean, I like it. It's a little bit complex, but I like how he wrote it up. So as a monk, you use a thieves table for pretty much fighting and saving throws. But the one cool thing about a monk, and we'll talk about the cool things, is now you can dodge or deflect non-magical missiles like arrows, bolts, bullets, thrown daggers, thrones, javelins, spheres, which would normally hit, can be dodged or knocked aside if the monk is able to make his saving throw versus petrification for such a potential hit. In other words, if you're in battle and say a goblin throws a spear at the monk and it's going to hit the monk could roll versus petrification to knock it to the side. All right, yeah, that's kind of cool. I don't know. Was Gary kind of like watching Kung Fu, the TV show, and was that back in that time? I don't think it was back in that. Was it? Yeah, I think Kung Fu was in the 70s. Maybe he wanted to add that type of monk to the game. At first level, monks are likely to be surprised as any other character, so a 33 and a third percent chance, like Scott Steiner would say, to get surprised. The chance goes down to 32% at second level, and thereafter it goes down 2% per level. So there's only a 30% chance of surprise at third level, 28 and fourth, 26 and fifth, etc., etc., etc. The monk does have the following abilities that are identical as a thief, starting at first level, and they act as the same level as a thief, but they don't get any of the bonuses that a thief would get. But they do get open locks, find and remove traps, move silently, hide in shadows, hear noise, and climb walls. Although the chance of falling while climbing walls is the same with that of equal to a thief equal level, the monk can escape taking damage as follows. A fourth level disciple monk can fall 20 feet if she or he is within 1 inch of the wall. I'm sorry, 1 foot of the wall. I apologize. Sixth level, a master monk can fall up to 30 feet if he is within 4 feet of the wall. 13th level, Master of the Wind, a monk can fall any distance if he or she is within 8 feet of the wall. Wow. Let's see here. So as you get up in level, not only does your armor class go down, your movement does go up. You get to move faster. You get more attacks per round, and your open hand damage now starts to increase. So you do get some special abilities starting at the third level, becoming a brother. The ability to speak with animals, just as a druid would do at third level of experience. The ability to mask the mind so that ESP only has a 30% chance of success. At fifth level, the monk is not subjected to any diseases of any sort, nor is he affected by haste or slow spells. The ability at what is that, sixth level, when you become a master, the ability to self-induce and appear that you are dead. It's perfectly done, and you look like you will come across as if you were dead. The thing that really gets you when you get to master and superior master, it's time that at seventh level, I forgot. Seventh level, the monk gains the ability to heal damage on his or her body. At what is that? Eighth level, the ability to speak with plants like druids do, and they get more abilities and go on, go on, and go on, and go on. The thing that I find weird is that when you get to a certain level, I believe it's eighth level. Just go back here. Yeah, seventh level. When you become a superior master, there are only a certain number of monks with these titles here of Master of the Northwind, Master of the. So you basically start to have to find the monks with these titles and take them out. And it is listed on page 32. There can only be a limited number of monks above 7th level, Superior Master. There are 3 8th level Master Dragons, and but 1 of each higher level. When a player character monk gains sufficient experience points to qualify him for 8th level, you only attain the abilities temporarily. The monk must find and defeat in single combat, hand to hand, without weapons or magical items, one of the 8th level monks, the white. The same must be done at 9th and higher levels, and so on and so forth. A monk may also not have followers or hirelings, though they may, for a short time, hire someone to help them out if they need to. They don't gain any bonuses to hit, like I said. Magical items used by the monk include all magical varieties of weapons listed unless proscribed. Rings and those miscellaneous magical items are usable by thieves. No magical items of any sort may be employed. No other magical items of any sort may be employed by monks. Monks, much like paladins, may not retain more than a small fraction of what treasure they gain. A monk may possess no more than 2 magical weapons and 3 other magical items at any time, while a monk may retain money sufficient for their modest needs to support their henchmen. All other treasure and excess magic items must be bestowed upon a non player religious institution. Interesting. So the monk does gain followers at 8th level experience, just like you would think. The monk grows and gets this kind of reputation, as you would think, and people will start following him as he gains levels. Because there's only a certain number of monks in the world, which I don't understand where that came from, and I'm sure someone will tell me in the comments. Uh, then he can basically get himself a monastery and start living his life and retiring whenever you want to. Why does nobody play a monk? I think it's mostly because of the lower levels. It's really hard to maintain a character with 2 to 8 hit points. Your damage is basically nothing. It's just the weapon plus adding your level. Or if you want to do open hand damage, attacks is 1d. Your movement is 15. Your armor class is 10. So you're getting your butt whooped until you gain more levels, and you don't see some decent powers or abilities for this class until you're getting closer to becoming a master. When I played this class, we only played for a short time, and I think I got the 3rd level, but it was it was kind of a struggle because I kept getting hit and knocked down and get back up again, and only having a d6 worth of open hand damage, and sometimes that was better than the weapons I was using. So unless I found a magical, I don't remember having a magical weapon. Did I? I don't know. Was it? I think a magic staff. I don't remember. But yeah, that's the monk class, and I'm just curious why more people don't lean into the class, because it's kind of a fun class to play from a role playing point of view, and it's also a challenge for players to get into the role of a monk and see how long or how far they can take this character in the world of whatever the DM makes up, because it's not simple, and this is not for a beginner. This class is definitely for someone with more experience, a veteran, but I don't see too many people play it. It's usually the core 4 or a ranger or something like that, and but you know what? It's not as useless as a thief acrobat, I guess. Tell me what you think in the comments below. I'm going to head out for today. Don't forget patreon.com/the and I will see you next time. Keep it original, keep it old school. Good night. God bless, and keep those AD&D fires lit. Good night.